Dullah Omar Memorial Lecture is a lecture through which we honor the life and legacy of our founding director, Advocate Dullah Omar, who was an attorney, a human rights lawyer, and then became the first Minister of Justice in Nelson Mandela's cabinet. We started the Memorial Lecture in 2004, shortly after Advocate Dullah Omar passed away. It was a way for us to honor him as a person, a lawyer, an activist, and a politician. In 1990, he founded the Community Law Centre as a centre where the best lawyers could get together and prepare the road for South Africa's transition to democracy. He recruited people with formidable knowledge and courage, including Bulelani Ngcuka, Dr. Zola Skweyiya, Bridget Mabandla, and Albie Sachs. After the advent of democracy, the Centre continued to conduct research and advocacy on human rights and democracy in South Africa and beyond. It now boasts close to 30 staff members from more than 10 different African countries, all actively contributing to democracy and human rights in Africa. In 2015, we changed our name from Community Law Centre to Dullah Omar Institute to honor our founding director. The Dullah Omar Memorial Lecture always attracts a wide audience of activists, legal practitioners, judges, diplomats, and, importantly, students. The 11th edition of the lecture was delivered by Graça Machel, founder of the Graça Machel Trust. Before delivering her lecture, Mrs. Machel spent some time with a group of students, motivating them to use their knowledge and skills to fight for social justice.
Please take the time to rethink the Africa you want, using the knowledge you have. One, you have the knowledge. Second, you are organized around students' unions. That's where you have to question what kind of Africa we want.
The lecture, entitled A Call for a Nation Soul-Searching, reflected on the founding principles of the South African Freedom Charter and the Constitution of South Africa. She spoke with authority about the unrelenting spate of violence in South Africa, particularly against women and children, and the deep socio-economic inequalities in our country. She called for healing and action, placing the notion of Ubuntu at the center. She answered questions from the audience with grace and precision, which made the lecture rich and responsive.
What did you think of this event?
For me, I didn't know the expectation. Often when there's guests, especially of prolific African or South African figures, there's this preconceived notion that it will be boring or that, won't be able to relate. But she really, or Madame Graça Machel, really found a way to connect a lot of the contemporary issues that are happening on the continent in a very relevant and contextual way. So for me, it was very refreshing to have her come and speak on some of the issues that we've been grappling with, not only in our own personal circles, but on a macro level as well.
Every year, we host more than 30 seminars, workshops, and conferences on social justice and the law. We invite you to connect with the Institute via our website or social media and engage with us as we work towards realizing human rights and promoting democracy in Africa. We're grateful to Dullah's wife, Farida Omar, and the rest of the Omar family for allowing us to annually host this event in his honor. We're also thankful to Weber Wenzel Attorneys, the Konrad Adenauer Foundation, and the Ford Foundation for their financial assistance in making this happen.